Hi and welcome. In this video I'm going to draw a rollerblading girl, I've done sort of a rough sketch. I always do kind of a quickie rough sketch here, and I'm just going to do it very spontaneously. I kind of draw in this loose style. It's just kind of fun to draw in the style that I've been using for years, and so that's the look that I'm going to have here. So I'm just going to dive in here. What I have found is that if you will take the the basic shapes, get the basic shapes going. As a matter of fact, one of the things I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to have this hair flowing a little bit, like it's blowing in the breeze here a little bit. I think that'll be kind of fun. Anyway, you get the basic drawing down, and as I did, in my rough sketch, and then I'm basically, I just go for it right here. And this is kind of my style. Is I've sort of developed over the years to make it very sort of, the more spontaneous looking, the better. As a matter of fact, if I get it too tight looking and too detailed, I typically need to redraw it so it looks a little more spontaneous. So that's what I'm sort of, the style looks better if I draw it and have it be a little more spontaneous. And so there, I just kind of go for it. I might go back in and touch it up a little bit later, but generally I think it looks better if I get the basic premise of the drawing down from the very beginning. It's going to look better if I just go for it and not overdraw it, or sort of get too picky with it. Anyway, notice that I'm kind of, as I draw her, I will be sort of making the lines a little bit wiggly, just to give it a little more of that spontaneity. The other thing too is, as you noticed here, I'll make things look, so that they're not so flat. That little crease right there as her arm turns, little things like that, little tiny lines. When you're doing in a very simple style like this, every little line counts, and so you can make it do it, feel and look the way you want it to, with just some very little touches to it. Like here I'm adding, like a shadow sort of cast up here, and from that helmet, right? And I'll cast little shadows like this. You can make a black and white line drawing really have a lot of power and a lot of detail in sort of obviously a very loose styled way, by just adding the very minimal kinds of lines. So that's kind of the whole premise, and sort of the way that I end up drawing my characters. I'll make sure, like in this little spot here, that we have a hand. Whoops, that's a little bit too sloppy there. I will curve these fingers and just have a little bit of fun with them, but I want to get them relatively, and that's a very I use that term loosely because I don't, like I said right there, that's just kind of a fun hand. Kind of feels like she's opening up her fingers as if she's moving through the and the breeze is flowing. It's just kind of a feel more than anything. I don't take myself too serious on stuff like this. I'm just having fun, just giving you maybe some inspiration to kind of have fun with your own kind of cartoonish or humorous style illustration. Is really what I'm trying to do here. So I'll slide this down just a little bit, and we'll play around with these legs here. And let's see, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and put some little knee pads on her, and we'll make a little shadow here that's cast from the shorts. And notice I'm getting some stuff here that's relatively accurate, in a cartoony sort of way, of course, where I've got the calf, sort of calf muscle back there, but I'm not trying to be too particular about it. I want to, again, I'm sort of just doing it and having fun, with sort of making the character what I want the character to be, rather than really worrying about total accuracy. By the way, on stuff like this, I will use, like right there, I just used, if I need a real clean line, I will use the shift key and pull that off. Sometimes you really do need to, you know, have a nice clean line. Not all the time, but you know, if you need a clean line, you hold the shift key, you know. In Photoshop, I'm working in Photoshop here, as you can see. If you're not familiar with Photoshop, there are all kinds of drawing programs that you could use. I just happen to be using this because I'm able to use my drawing tablet that I have here, or the drawing screen that I have here, display, I guess you call it. And I'm using that now, but you certainly can use pen and ink, or you know, you could use pencil, whatever you like, whatever you, just something that you can draw with and get lines moving with. One of my favorite ways to draw and things to draw with is actually, you know, sort of marker-ish kinds of stuff. Those work great for this kind of loose illustration style. It just works really well for this. So I love drawing with, you know, some funky markers, or even ballpoint pen is fun. It'll give you some great, you know, loose line qualities that I'm kind of looking for here in this style. You can see here that, you know, I can just move this right along pretty quickly because I've got a sketch there and I've just been doing this for so long. And you will be able to do that as well with your drawings as you start developing, you know, your drawing style. And I'm not really trying to teach you to draw in my style by any stretch. You draw in your own style. I'm just showing you this light, sort of cartoony way to draw. And I know that there are other sort of cartoon people that do a great job as well, in more of a standard, almost Disney-esque kind of cartoony style, and that's definitely not me. I'm drawing in sort of more of a editorial, almost. Well, I do a lot of advertising stuff and children's book stuff as well, in several different styles, and I'll have videos on those as well. But this particular cartoon style is definitely not the traditional, you know, big round eyes kind of character. Mine are a little more sarcastic sorts of characters. It's just the way that I do it. So do it however you like. But you can see here, you know, I've got things kind of just in this broken line, wiggly line kind of style, and keep it loose. And you know, I guess what I probably would do here is I would turn this. This is my line art that I've got there, so I turned off the rough sketch. So we started with this. I went here, and then I would add, you know, color underneath. I won't do it on this particular one, but I will have some lessons where I will completely do a full color illustration. But anyway, there's a fun way to draw a lady, a girl, rollerblading. So I hope you like this little tutorial, and please check out my other ones, and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.